These birds are being caught in mist nets like this. So basically the birds will fly in like that, not see the net, and then fall down, and then end up in the little sort of hammock area basically. So the bird's going to be lying on its back and waiting for someone to take it out. And we've got a big team of ringers in the wood just over there, and they're constantly going around these nets and extracting these birds. And then putting them in little bags like this and bringing them to us. So these birds aren't hanging around for very long at all. They're just being captured, brought here, sorted out, ringed, and then let go again. So we don't want to, from bird ringing, we're trying to study wild birds, and it's very important that we study wild birds and not injured birds or incapacitated birds or anything like that. So we don't really, so the bird welfare comes first. You go to any ringing session in Britain and Ireland, and usually bird's welfare is above your own, which is quite impressive. So there's a little bird in here. I don't know what it is, so we'll all find out together.
It's like a lucky dip. It's like a lucky dip.
Yeah. So, what have we got? Feel free to shout out what we've got.
Pikachu.
Blue tit.
Can you guess it?
Blue tit maybe. It's got the tail. Yeah.
It's a blue tit.
It's a vicious one, isn't it?
Yeah, one of those vicious ones.
So feel free to put you in if you like. There's plenty of space in front here. So you can actually get to, we can all huddle in together. It's fine. Okay. So we've got a little blue tit here, and this bird is normally just like every other bird, but this bird is special. This bird is an individual. It's got a ring on it already. So we know something about this bird. I can't remember off the top of my head because we've done about 220 birds already since we've been here at Countryfile Live. So, but this bird's ring number is S038930, and backwards 039830S, which is just a unique number really. The number is, if anybody finds a ring bird, all we have to do is find out that ring number, and we'll ask a few other details to improve the quality of the data. But basically all we need to know is the ring number, and we can go, oh yeah, that was ringed on a blue tit, and it was ringed at Countryfile Live, and it was on this date and this date. We caught a great tit yesterday that I had a quick look on the system to see the history behind it, and it was ringed in 2017, so the first ringing demo that we did here. And then we caught it once in 2018, and then we caught it yesterday. So it was really quite nice that we actually had a history behind it, and it was ringed as a juvenile bird initially. So we know within a week or two, we know exactly when this bird left the nest, so we know exactly how old it is. So that's great. So from being able to look at how long birds live and where they go and their population size and their survival rates and all sorts of stuff, it can just be found out by studying, ringing really. So this is a young blue tit. It's got a mixture of head feathers on there. The majority of the feathers are juvenile, so you can see it's got a bit of an olive cap. It should have a blue cap. So it's going through a process that we call post-juvenile molt. So it's replacing all of its body feathers for adult type feathers, which are much more higher quality. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look. 3JT, and that's for our scribe there. So I'm turning what we've just said into code for writing down. So all our 3,000 ringers all over the country collect the same information. We collect the same codes. It all goes into the same place, and can be analysed together. Okay, so I'm just going to get my wing rule. And basically, to get how big a bird is, we can take the wing length, which is an easy repeatable measure by any of our ringers, and 65 wing. And 65 wing to me, it means that this bird is very likely to be a male. It's quite a large bird. So if it was 59, 60 millimeters, then it's a female, but 65 is a male. But there's quite a lot of overlap in the middle. So if it was 63 or 64, I'll be going, don't know. But the best way of actually sexing a blue tit is wait until it's breeding. And when it's breeding, the female actually molts all the feathers on her belly. They just fall out. And that gives a really good contact between the eggs and the skin. So when she sits on the eggs, it incubates really well. If she kept the feathers on, she'll be sitting there for ages and potentially not even warming the eggs, so that's why she does it. But when she's flying about, the feathers on the side actually fold over, so you don't actually see, so you can't tell. Ringers can tell. Okay, so with the wing length and the weight, it gives us a good idea of the condition of the bird, and that's quite important for detecting disease and various things. So I'm going to weigh the bird in a minute, but we'll just have a sneak peek to see how well the bird is doing by blowing under the feathers, which only ringers can do. Green woodpecker. So 1-3 fat peck, which is another code for this bird has got a little bit of fat just in this tracheal pit here, and the fat is stored just a little bit, just to get it through for a day of rain, something like that. So, and then the muscle is a muscle score of 3, which is the maximum I would expect for any of our birds, really. So it can't get any more muscle than this. So this bird is actually in prime condition, even though it's using a lot of its energy replacing its body feathers at the moment. So this is yeah, smashing really, which is not too surprising because it's been a nice day, there's lots of insects around, and it's been quite a good breeding season for blue tip. We've caught a lot of juvenile ones this time. So the last thing to do is to weigh the bird. You can see the bird in my hand. This is a perfectly wild bird. It has been handled before, but not very much. But it looks relatively calm, doesn't it? That's because it knows I've got it. There's no point stressing out and struggling, trying to get away, thinking he could. He just knows he can't get away, he's not being hurt, so he's just waiting for me to let it go. But I need to weigh the bird now, so we need to put him in a little pot. And this keeps the wings together and keeps the bird relatively calm. Obviously I'd rather not be in my hands, but the amount of information you get is phenomenal. So I'll put the bird in the little pot like this, these antique film pots. SIM cards just don't really work the same. And the bird goes in, keeps the wings together, very importantly, tucks his little feet in, and there you go. 11.8. So about the same size as same weight as a pound coin, somewhere around there. So that was 11.3. Great tits are about 20 grams, so yeah, twice as big nearly. It's quite impressive. Okay, this bird is done, ready to go. Yeah, I believe so. So I just need a volunteer to be able to...
No?
Okay, you were pretty clear and happy. Okay, so I'll just meet you over there actually. I'll come to find you in a second. I'm just going to come round and show everybody the blue tit. Okay? While it bites me. It's a really good job these birds don't grow to the size of a dog, because Britain wouldn't be inhabitable. They're so impressive. I'll tell you what, I'll just...
Release your finger.
Yeah. It's just when you're on a ringing session and it's cold. Yeah, okay, just on his back, just there. When it's cold and you've just caught and ringed about 70 blue tits, your fingers are little stumps by the end of it.
Yeah, did you not see the guy bring it in?
That's our bring in.
Yeah, a little bit. A bird? We don't know, we'll have to wait until he opens the bag.
So that's it. So you've got the bird there. So if I sneak in here, this hand. Sorry. Okay, you're right. So minding the tail, just pop him on your hand.
Trying to get motivation. No, trying to get motivation.
Okay, keep going. All the way up. And then the penny will drop in a second, thinking, this is because it's holding its own feet. It's just going to do this. Boom. The penny dropped and was like, actually, I'm just sitting on his hand. I'm just going to fly.